treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for your Wednesday. Got probably some extra donuts laying around here, I would assume. Those jellies.
We do.
It's a jelly.
I ate 5.
Yeah.
Now, I know I don't get credit for 5. I probably realistically ate 4.5 that I got down in the time period, but I did swallow that 5th.
Yeah, you did.
And I don't feel very good.
Bro, they weigh heavy, huh?
It's a lot of sugar, man.
It's a lot of sugar.
I don't eat like that in my regular time. I'll eat, big shitty portions throughout the day if I'm going to go snack style. Not so much on the front end.
You went hard.
I suck at competitive eating. Terrible. fucking brutal.
You still go for it, though, and you're either the dumbest guy or the bravest guy.
You know, the thing about that, I don't think people realize is that it actually takes training.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
And those guys that are really good at it, they get a rhythm.
They do, and I could train, but then I'm eating donuts for 2 weeks, and then I'm going to turn into a fat fuck again. I don't want that.
You know how they train. It's rather interesting because you look at Joey Chestnut, who's the greatest of all time competitive eating. He's not like eating hot dogs nonstop, and then that's just all he does. What he does is a lot of times they'll eat like cabbage, lettuce, things that expand your stomach. And that's really what they're working on. They're stretching out their stomachs to create the space. And then on top of it, it's not stuff that gets them fat because they don't want the body fat because it's harder for your stomach to expand. That's why he's lean. And that's how he stays lean but still stretches his stomach without putting on body fat that pushes back against his expanding stomach while he's eating.
Yeah, you actually don't see too many people that are overweight.
The good ones.
The good ones are.
I mean, you do see some fatties mixed in there.
You're right. What am I talking? The top. Look at all the top dogs.
The top dogs right now are all pretty fit looking. Even some of the chicks are super skinny.
They're very skinny,
and that's why it really works out best. That's what you want to be. You want to be lean. And you want to have a stretched out stomach, and that's how they go about getting it.
I feel like the one I could do when I'm eating, and I just could. Because I'll hit a wall with pizza. I'll hit a wall with donuts. Rice. I can eat a shit ton of rice. I can just keep going and going.
There is nothing better than hot buttered rice. Salted, buttered,
it's basic.
Hot rice. It's so basic. Mm-hmm. It's so easy.
Or a seasoned like Spanish rice. Oh.
It's so good. Rice just soothes the soul.
Love rice. I love beans and rice.
Yeah.
And not all beans and rice are created equal. There's some shitty beans and rice out there.
Yeah, but when you get a good one, it's great.
I know you like black beans.
I do.
But I make the red beans and rice.
Oh, those are going to make you farty.
They do.
You should not eat them.
They are real farty.
I'll take any kind you can get. So hot. So hot.
Very hot.
Got a food-related email from something you'd said on the regular show today. Pamela said, it's funny how Jaybird brings up pancakes as a food play in the bedroom. In the show Search Party, which I can't remember or recommend to you enough, they use the term pancaked. And here's the definition. Pancaked, it's a sexual act in which a pancake is wiped across a person's asshole and then rubbed on their titties until they come. Is that something Jaybird's into?
No.
We're going to be there a while if that's how you're getting me to climax.
That's what I'm saying. How are you making someone come that way? You wipe their butthole and then you rub it on their titties? Oh, yeah. It's going to get everybody going.
Interesting move.
You would need some kind of stimulation.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
All of those terms, it's just somebody making shit up and then submitting it.
It is funny to think about working a pancake, though, into some fun in the bedroom.
I think maybe waffle might be a sexier...
Ooh, waffles have a little harsh of an edge.
It's got those ridges.
But it can soak up some stuff. Oh, that's gross. Sorry.
How wet are you?
That's a question for only you can answer.
I'm going pancake. I mean, especially if you're going to have it down by your pink parts. Waffle could cut your beef.
What about chocolate syrup? You're into that? You would
Yes, as long as it's not that shit Hershey's. It's got to be real chocolate.
scrambled eggs?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scrambled eggs. And you know I love a scrambled
I
egg.
know, that's what I'm saying.
I love eggs, but I do not want to work eggs into bed play.
The Panda puts some eggs in your area and you have fun that way. No? All right.
Stick a deviled egg somewhere.
Devil. No.
Ugh.
You of course you picked the fartiest egg.
Ass play with deviled eggs. I
You
dare
know,
you.
You know what's happened in the history of humanity? There's no way someone's not put a deviled egg where the sun don't shine.
You are right.
That's why it's so interesting to talk to the people who work in the emergency rooms. They've come out, I think, even with books of just all the
Yes.
bizarre things people come into their emergency room with that are jammed up in their ass.
I always want to know when they finally submit to go, okay, I have to go to the hospital. Because you know they try to get it out on their own.
You do everything you can to get that out of your ass.
But I think after, I don't know, an hour of trying.
No, I think you only go to the emergency room after hours of
Hours?
trying. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You don't go in there within the first 6 hours.
I'd be afraid, though, if it was in whatever foreign object's in there, it's going to make you sick if it's stuck in there.
Well, I think you're okay for a few hours to keep trying, to get some pliers, chopsticks, a friend, whatever it takes.
Trusted buddy.
To me, I want to see just how much discomfort I'm in.
Right.
And, you know, if it's not bad and I don't really know it's there, I'll be like, I'm all right till Tuesday.
You know, how do you not know it's there? You put it in there.
I've got a Buzz Lightyear in my ass, but it's not hurting
It's not
me.
bothering me.
I think we've talked about someone putting a Buzz Lightyear
Yeah,
doll.
did.
There was somebody did. They have the X-ray of it. It's amazing. I mean, how they work that thing up there. I mean, to infinity and beyond. I mean, that's beyond.
There was a serial killer that back in the long time ago would take these long metal pins and stick them in his ass and through his skin. And they said when they killed him with the electric chair, they looked through he had pins all throughout his ass and his body because he loved the pain.
And he lived like that?
Yes, and the pain gave him the ultimate pleasure. He had all kinds of pins stuck in his
Twisted bird.
ass. Oh yeah, very
gosh.
twisted.
Yeah.
That is horrifying.
Very horrible. Oh, if I only told you the story of this guy, you wouldn't sleep tonight.
I don't want to hear it. I love a good night's sleep.
There were several emails that had come in talking a little bit about the serial killers from yesterday. Regarding the ATSP, Christine recommends checking out Genetic Detective. It is so cool and satisfying to see these cold cases getting solved. And Jason from the Pickle Squad, talking about unsolved murders, says, you know, Florida passes out decks of cards that have unsolved Florida deaths on them in prisons to get people talking.
Really?
We got hundreds of decks of these cards at our office. It's creepy.
That's a good idea, though.
We talked about that on Weird and Whatever, and we got another email from somebody after we talked about that, and it was a story about how the prisoner saw those cards and started talking, and they solved the murder case that way.
Prison confessions.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, think about it. If you're a prisoner and you're stuck there and you're a bragger, of course you'd probably brag about a crime you
Yeah.
did.
And you know you're not getting out.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with these guys. You know, they just get bored and they're like, all right.
They're older. They know they're not getting out. They're like, let me just tell you how it went down.
Well, when you hear about other criminals bragging about murders and rapes and all that, and they take pride in that, and there's more than one person, there's going to be a sick competition between these people.
You're right.
That's what happens.
Human nature.
Another little piece of interesting information. We were talking on the Whacked Out News today about a guy at a grocery store that shot his dick off, basically.
I thought it was the balls.
Well, you never know, Virginia. It's probably a lot about everything.
That's
I would like to see the picture post-surgery of what the doctor was able to do. Does he have Frankenballs? Like, I just want to see the work.
well, because sometimes you can shoot somebody and get the balls and the peen. i.e. Virginia, with the paintball. You got my nut and my penis at the same shot.
Yeah, I pretty much have a radar on your dick.
You do. You gave me a permanent scar. You branded me.
What if you put it under a magnifying glass and it's like a little V?
I'd actually be okay with that.
I left my mark. Zorro's got the Z, I got the V.
This is what I didn't know, that testicular prosthesis has been in use since the 1940s.
Huh. Rubber balls?
Yeah, rubber balls.
Like those truck balls?
Could be silicone, could be rubber. They say filled with either silicone gel or saline, salt water. A testicular prosthesis will have the weight, shape, and feel of the normal testicle and will be available in different sizes, and I'm sure colors.
Or fill them with Fireball and really turn it into a party.
My left ball's never been the same after the day of that bit. Penis is okay, but the ball, I never recovered, Kevin.
Yeah, that's the one that, you could, if you had to have something a little misshapen or disformed, the ball, you can, hide it.
But there's a small scar on my penis because of that paintball.
Prove it?
I mean, with consent. You did ask me. So.
I did. It's my idea. I don't think you have to get my consent when I come up with the twisted ideas.
That was the worst pain I think I've ever. I think that might have been worse than my kidney pain.
You were down and you were asking for an ambulance.
I couldn't breathe.
I'm sorry. Who knew that the accuracy was that awesome?
She did that right in front of like 3 lawyers that are on the second floor, and they were beside that. They thought I was really dead. And then I think they wanted me to, hey, do you need an attorney?
You want to sue her?
Yeah, it's tough.
Thank goodness you didn't sue me because you would have had a great case.
I think I would have.
Mm-hmm. Let me see a few other emails that we got here. Pamela said, let me just say that I do not want Virginia to watch Schitt's Creek.
Really?
If she starts commenting and trashing it the way she does with friends, I won't be able to take it. It will do an irreversible damage to my relationship with KVJ. I don't think she'll like it based on the fact that some of her favorite shows include Big Brother and other stupid scripted shows for people who are brain dead. Schitt's Creek is the best thing that has ever happened to television. Whoa.
I got a dog in both fights here. I like the type of programming Schitt's Creek is. I also love Big Brother. People always hating on Big Brother like it's some dumb game.
Well, you can be diverse and you can enjoy reality television and scripted television. You don't have to be a snooty, highbrow, I only watch highbrow stuff. Like, you can delve in multiple worlds and find enjoyment.
The reason why she will like this is because she likes that cast. She likes
I
Eugene
do.
Levy. She likes Catherine O'Hara.
I'm a huge fan of the whole Best in Show ensemble.
Yeah.
That group and their chemistry and the way they play off of each other is beautiful.
And a lot of the humor is based on how pretentious she is and the family is. And here they are uprooted. It's, rich planted into small and not. That really is kind of the tone of the show, of Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, I think you would like it. I saw the first 15 minutes of it, and I loved the concept.
Jennifer Coolidge isn't in it, is she?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
No.
Yeah.
Stifler's mom, right?
Stifler's
Milf?
mom, yes.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't recognize her.
Okay.
She was
yeah.
in Best in Show, and she does a lot of stuff with that group, and I love her.
And that's something, I would know her if I saw her walking down any street, but I could never tell you her name. There's so many actors like that. You don't know their names at all.
She's a trip. She's a fun party girl.
She was great in Stifler's mom.
She's from New Orleans, and she's fun to watch on social media.
The first American Pie is really good.
Oh, it's
The
phenomenal.
third one was terrible. American Wedding.
Yeah.
The wedding one?
The wedding one. Yeah, that started to get, how many sequels hold up?
And Stifler, Stifler's too much.
Uh-huh. Yep. Somebody texted in and said, I didn't hear my birthday shout out. I somehow didn't see those today.
Oh, I've got one for you. Do you want me to send it to you? Because I sent it to you last night.
Yeah, they're all here, and I can do it now. I'll go ahead and throw those out here.
Okay.
Feel bad that I missed them earlier, but should have been a happy birthday to Chris Perisco. We miss you and Jen so much from our drunken sing-alongs at Two Georges, our drinking barbecues and swim parties, and our drunken watch parties of concerts and series. Do we all have a drinking problem? Nah. Have a fantastic birthday. Love, Jason and Teresa.
Jason and Teresa sound fun.
Jason and Teresa are fun. I know Teresa.
You know them?
Yeah, she reaches out to me a lot. She's a sweetie.
Do we know her?
I don't know if you know her like I know her. You should, though.
Happy 40th birthday to my beautiful wife and 20-year listener, Sasha. You're an awesome mom and life partner, and we love you so much. Love your husband, Jeff, kids, Emma, and Scotty.
Wow, 20 years listening.
That's cool.
That's a shit ton of dirt.
Also, just want to give myself a 29th birthday shout out. Maggie, longtime listener. Y'all bring me great joy in the mornings before heading to work.
We love you, Maggie.
Yeah, and she used to play softball with Caitlin back at my daughter at King's Academy. way back in the day.
Wow, that's cool.
Back when Kev was a softball coach.
No, it was even before I was a softball coach, I think. Yeah, going way back.
King's Academy, yeah. That's when the kids were little squirts.
Yeah. What comes after 24? Happy 25th. Alexandra, love, Vanessa, Nicola, Sandra, Erica, Christine, Nono, and Nona, and Dante.
You can rent a car.
And I want to wish Jamie, my BFF of 25 years, a happy birthday from pushing each other down the halls of Santa Lucia's High to a lifelong friendship. That is Pat T, and I believe that is the lovely ladies right there.
Cuties.
Virginia, what is the mascot for that school?
Santa Lucius?
Yes, for Santa Lucius.
It's a Trojan.
You are very wrong. It's the Chiefs.
Damn it.
Right? It's the Chiefs.
It is the Chiefs, yeah. Mm-hmm. Saint Delicious. It is the Chiefs.
It does. It's a funny name to say because it does sound like you're saying they're tasty.
It does. It sounds like Saint Delicious,
It
but
does.
yeah. I believe it's has to
We
do
played
with
them all the time in high
Americans.
school. All the
Yeah.
time.
Did they whip that ass?
No, we whipped their ass a lot.
okay.
Yeah, Santa Lucius, you hear that shit?
I believe they are the biggest high school in Palm Beach County.
We whipped that ass.
I believe that's a
goddamn.
Santa Lucius fun fact.
Bigger ain't better.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why they've had a few NFL guys out of there, but that's why I'm surprised that they're not more dominant in the sports than they are.
It's obviously the recruiting.
Well, it might be.
Virginia.
It might be.
I'd love to hear you go on a sports show, them not knowing you don't know anything, and then you just have to bullshit your way through the entire segment.
Am I close?
I want to see how long it would take for them to go. They look at each other and go, "What the fuck is this lady talking about?"
Like, is there like a female writer that's really good at sports
Oh,
that I can
yeah.
pretend to be?
There's a ton of them.
But people don't know her face.
Today's day, everyone knows everyone's face
You're
now.
right.
There's no more. No one's anonymous anymore.
That was a good prank in the early 90s.
Yeah, you could do pranks back in the 90s because nobody knew where the fuck it was coming from. Everyone knows everything now.
You're right.
Let me see. Got somebody verifying yesterday after Jaybird completely crushed it on which came first, the fast food edition, 2 different items, and he got every single one right. If this guy just went to Hamburger University, and Kevin Beavers,
That's his real name?
yeah, sent an email and he said, you know what? Yes, Hamburger University is very real. They have test kitchens with different setups, offices, little historical things, and classrooms. You can even stay at a hotel set up there. People from around the world come to Hamburger University to train, and it's right up I-55 from Joliet, Illinois, my wife's hometown, in Oak Brook. And that's right, McDonald's started in Oak Brook, Illinois, and that's where it all kind of got going.
Now I'm taking my talents. I'm signing with Pizza State. That's who I'm signing with.
Whoa. You sit down and you have the hats and the table in front of you, kind of like they do?
The burger, the pizza. I'm
Yeah.
taking my talents to Pizza State.
Wow. That's a bombshell right there. That is a bombshell. Everybody's going to be tweeting about that one.
Virginia's pizza outfit's on the way. I bought her that pizza dress
Oh, you
for
did?
the power of pizza.
What size?
Extra beautiful.
Are you going to wear it and dance around in it and touch yourself before you give it to me?
You'll know if I use
If there's
it.
a little crispy spot.
You'll know if I use it because there'll be a fucking split in the back. I might get you a couple dresses.
Ooh, look at you.
Wow.
Sugar daddy.
I'm a pizza sugar daddy.
You are.
It is.
I'm not mad at it.
That's right. He's taking care of his girl.
I'm the only girl you've got.
You're the only girl I want.
Aw.
I don't want no girl right now. We're good. Girls bring drama.
But they also bring sweet kisses on your neck,
This is true.
Yeah.
foot
And
rubs.
other
Right.
places.
You're
If
right.
you find a girl to rub them feet, you need to marry her ass. Like dinosaur toes.
Why are you making fun of a condition I can't help? I got this from my mother, you witch.
She goes right all in, huh?
The top of my feet, it's not the top, it's the bottom. I got hard ass shells, dog.
The top ain't that cute.
I was supposed to be wearing Forrest Gump shoes. I just said, fuck it, I'm not wearing them.
No.
Are those like the
I am.
braces?
You don't need to wear them. I mean, I know they tell you do, but they tell you a lot of
They
stuff.
told me that when I was 12, I needed to be wearing Forrest Gump shoes.
Yeah. With the braces that kind of straighten out your legs. Were you pigeon-toed?
It was not the braces part, but it was almost like a wooden shoe, if I remember.
Were you Dutch?
I feel like it was a wooden shoe.
Bro, you from Holland?
Let me I gotta ask my dad this. I remember it was some goofy shoe they wanted to put me in, and we were like, I don't know if that's even practical. Wooden shoes.
That is kind of
Who knows? They're
fascinating.
probably trying to upsell us on some bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
they probably
the
are.
thing.
Usually-
Look, at the end of the day, just remember a lot of that stuff is a business.
Yeah.
Yes, it's medical, but they are in the business of making money. And, you walk fine, your feet are fine.
1989, they're trying to sell some bullshit. Oh, wooden shoes. Yeah. Did Gump even come out then?
Question everything. If someone tries to come at you with a wooden shoe, be like, do I really need this?
Yeah, well, we didn't get it because my dad's like, you're not getting no fucking wooden shoes.
Hey, now we're
And
good.
now you got T-Rex feet.
I do walk weird. I get it.
We got a fun little discovery here. As Beverly was working on her computer, she saw a friendly little face there, and it was an ad. You can see off to the side there, Ideal Lending.
Wow.
Says KVJ, and that's Denny's and his wife, Jen.
That's
Right there.
cool.
Denny's, you made the big time.
Yeah, you
Not an
did.
ad.
Denny's, you're coming up on people's servers as
Yeah.
a commercial?
Yeah, you're now spam.
Oh my gosh. Imagine if you're watching porn and then sweet Denny's face comes up.
Oh, that's when you climax.
How great is that, huh? Pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's very cool. You're legit.
Yeah. Thought that was kind of neat.
You made it, kid.
Saw today kind of a last minute thing here for the dirt that apparently Carol Baskin is getting sued. She's staying on Dancing with the Stars, but apparently Don Lewis's family is suing Carol Baskin for defamation over jokes made on Dancing with the Stars about her former husband's death. The legal documents claim that Baskin was complicit with jokes about Lewis's death. One example given was when Dancing with the Stars judges brought up TikTok videos inspired by her storyline in Tiger King. Is the thing, but I mean, what are you suing about?
Well, they're suing her because she keeps saying, killing it.
And the other thing too, even if they don't get anything out of her, you're a disruptor. You're disrupting her life with annoyance. And if you can't get her in jail, let's make her life miserable is probably what they're thinking.
Is that what it is?
Possibly.
So you just all these legal fees because that
Well,
was
they've
that was
got
what
an
Joe
attorney.
Exotic did, right?
They've got an attorney named John Phillips, and this guy looks like he's just loving it. He's in the TV commercial with them that they ran during Dancing with the Stars, and he's probably like, guys, let's just do anything we can.
Well, think about if you're Carol Baskin, you're now in the limelight. You're getting all these accolades. Everyone's got their eye on you, and you still got people saying you're a murderer. We're coming for you. She wants to live a regular life. She's not going to be able to if they keep disrupting it like that.
You're right.
And if you don't know, Tiger King that was on Netflix, this is Carol Baskin. She was the nemesis of Joe Exotic, who was the guy that was mainly featured on the show. And he always made fun of Carol Baskin, saying mysteriously how her husband disappeared the day before he was scheduled to take a trip to Costa Rica in 1997, that Carol Baskin actually fed her husband to the tigers.
He was running away from her and wanted
Yeah.
to divorce her, and
He went missing that day.
that's when he went missing.
Odd.
Yeah, his accounting chick that handles like all of his finances was like, yeah, he told me he was about to leave her, and he was trying to set himself up in Costa Rica where she wouldn't be able to get his money.
And she likes attention, but she doesn't like the murder attention. She doesn't want that. She wants to be Big Cat Carol.
Yeah.
Yes, she wants to be the sweetheart, the innocent cat saver.
Couldn't imagine her murdering anybody. She's so sweet.
Nobody that sing talks like that is innocent. Oh, hey, everybody. She talks like that.
But you can either come off innocent or you can come off crazy.
She's crazy, coming off
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and then that person, yeah, it's just in all the movies they always snap and they turn all of a sudden they go, yeah.
You got to
know?
watch the sing talker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they've filed for a lawsuit for defamation and various breaches against Carol Baskin, her husband too, and Big Cat Rescue. So there you go.
And I hate how she says Big Cat Rescue. It's Carol Baskin's Big Cat Rescue.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But boy, they just have a way of keeping this story in the news, huh?
Oh yeah, well there's so much footage of the original series. They're already planning on making another one of these things.
Oh.
There's too much money on the table.
Definitely.
Is there entertainment there without Joe Exotic?
He'll still be involved. You'll be able to get prison stuff. You'll be able to get quotes. They'll be able to do it. It probably won't be as good as the first one.
Yeah, well, I just saw the one added special that they did to kind of like, where are they now? And it was okay. But if that were a series, I don't think I'd keep going back to the well on that.
Yeah, the best thing about the Where Are They Now was the host. They got Joel McHale to do it, and he was so funny and snarky.
Yeah. And I wonder if he'd even do it if they did it full time. And like I said, I just don't know that. I don't know what their audience would be if people would keep going back, if that's what they have.
They'd have an audience. I don't think it'd be as successful. But
You think Joe's going to get out ever?
I don't think he's going to get out, but
You think Joe Exotic will die in prison?
I don't know. That whole story is just littered with goofiness. He probably will end up owning the prison.
Oh, that's an interesting twist. Yeah, so there you go. There's a lawsuit. But I'm not really reading the story twice. I'm not really sure what they're suing over. I don't even get what the grounds are.
Again, I think they're annoying. Just trying to annoy her.
Okay. All right. That's the purpose.
That's what I would think.
Okay. Just try to.
What the fuck do
Well,
I know?
they're suing for defamation because they say she's making fun of the fact that Don is missing.
But you're not. That's
and
not
she's
illegal.
mocking.
You're not, that's
You
not.
can do that.
You're not. That's
why I
not
don't know what
illegal.
they're suing for.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. This lawyer is just
I mean, if
wanting
we
to
could
get
get
his...
sued for mocking situations, can you imagine how many lawsuits we'd be fending off on a daily basis?
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, you can't sue somebody for mocking and making fun of a situation.
No, you can even lie about people and you still don't get sued, which blows my mind away. Some of these publications flat out lie about some of these celebrities and they still can't get sued.
Well, I guess they've sued before. So the children have sued Carol back in the day, and Carol settled out of court and paid $50,000. So maybe he's just doing it based on that.
Yeah. All right, we'll see. I'm sure we'll have a pickup on that in the dirt tomorrow.
I did find Carol Baskin very attractive when she was younger, though.
No, you did.
I did. I liked her
Mentioned that many times.
So did Don before he died.
I liked her. I don't think he liked her before he died.
Well,
Yeah.
when he first hooked up with her, I think he was, much like yourself, mesmerized by her beauty.
In the beginning, that's how it always happens.
Yeah, it always does. And then crazy chicks wear on you quick.
Yeah. That shine goes off real quick.
Right about the time they're feeding you to a tiger, you have just filled with regret.
That moment when you're in a relationship and you are just sitting by yourself and you go, holy
What have I done?
shit, what have I,
I gotta
done?
get out of
I
here."
gotta get out of this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to
the
Costa
walls,
Rica.
They're closing
I'm going
in.
to Costa Rica. Oh, shit, it's a tiger eating my leg.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I can't go to Costa Rica.
Now, this is another interesting lawsuit that kind of stood out to me because I guess you don't see behind the curtain of YouTube much. You know, I know we've talked about algorithms. Why do I see this on my Facebook? What's going on with YouTube? What's Twitter? And, you know, we don't necessarily know, but people complain about what they deem to be some kind of censorship and whatever happened. I posted that video and it's gone. Why? I don't understand. There are people behind the curtains at all these different platforms, social media and Google and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, that are making these decisions. And somebody who used to work behind the curtain at YouTube is suing the company, basically saying that they've got post-traumatic stress disorder from the things that they had to see and saying that YouTube failed to protect workers who have to catch and remove violent videos that are posted to YouTube.
Oh, boy.
And I never thought about this, but yeah, somebody's there, and the person who has to do it is suing, saying that they are wrecked now emotionally. They filed the lawsuit in California claiming that they were required to watch murders, abortions, child rape, animal mutilation, and suicides. And as part of training, YouTube presented the woman a video of a smashed open skull and people eating from it to make sure she had the guts to do the job.
Oh, my God.
They had a woman who was kidnapped and beheaded by a cartel and a person's head being run over by a tank. She claims that watching these videos have given her nightmares, panic attacks. She suffered an inability to be in crowded areas as a result of the violent content she had to take down from YouTube while she worked for the company and viewing it.
I can only imagine the worst of the worst that you have to see to be in that position. Because think about it, not everyone knows how to. I mean, if you're killing somebody and filming it, you probably don't have the wits. I can't upload it. You don't fucking care about that stuff.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, man.
I never even thought about that, but there is somebody that was there taking them down. There's somebody today with all these twisted videos that have got to be the police, because I don't know that they've got necessarily yet a recognition that's like, this is over the top, and it takes it down automatically without human eyes.
AI to take it down. Yeah. Is that real?
Yeah, and I don't. Apparently, at least at the time, I don't know if they're there today. I assume there's still people at YouTube. They're like, "Oh my gosh, what I had to watch today."
Well, think about it too. People were freaking out, and rightfully so, when we were talking about "Don't F with Cats," that documentary.
Yes,
and that was just one, or a few murders of a cat. Imagine seeing people murdered left and right all day long.
That would get you.
That's your job. That is your job. Every day you are watching the most twisted videos. And you think about it, with all these disturbing groups that are out there.
Yeah.
You think about I remember the beheading videos that they used to have, those terrorist videos.
I can't watch.
Absolutely. So imagine that's
that.
your job all day long. You're watching, and sometimes you may have to watch closely to be like, okay, does this violate our laws of YouTube? And yeah, what does that do to you long term?
If you are watching violent content like that, especially if it's real, that's going to
You
fuck
got to
with
take
you.
that home with you, right?
Oh, of course.
Definitely.
I think anybody in that kind of profession would take that home. I think if you're always listening to trauma, I don't see how medical people don't take the drama.
I know they do. I know cops do. I know people. I know.
Dispatchers.
PTSD is mostly associated with the soldiers, and yet they clearly take that home, and they wear that a lot of times their entire life.
Well, think if you're a dispatcher, people aren't calling you about rosy, funny, awesome things.
A lot of times it's the worst day of their lives.
Every call you're getting is about a horrible problem
Typically,
that's
yeah.
happened. So if you're constantly getting that in your psyche, you're going to take that shit home with you.
Yeah. So imagine that. But I mean, if they can sue at YouTube, then why couldn't you, if you were a traumatized dispatcher, sue? I mean, if you allow one.
Yeah, no, you're right, because you signed up for the gig and you knew what the gig was.
Right.
It's terrible, and I understand why you have problems, but you knew the profession you were getting into.
Yeah. So, I mean, if YouTube's allowed to, this woman who worked at YouTube, or the person is allowed to sue, and they win, then what's to stop anyone else?
I think a lot of lawsuits can be filed, but now will they hold up is the thing.
And
Well,
maybe
that's the question. Yeah, if they do, then you start doing what's called setting precedent, and then that opens up the door for a lot of other
Right.
people. And I can't imagine this winning for that reason. If you give somebody, you have full disclosure going in, you have the ability to leave at any time, and you've knowingly walked in the door and you stayed in the room, and when you came out, you were messed up, but we warned you.
I'm sure YouTube has them sign like thick ass contracts
I'm sure.
saying that they know what they're getting into.
that protects YouTube and not the person.
Right.
And that's how it always works.
Yeah.
But if you know that's the gig and they're upfront
Right.
with
I
you
can't
and tell
see her
you,
winning.
as
If
annoying and terrible as it is,
It's only if they withheld that. And still, even then, I would think as soon as you see it, be like going, I'm not going to do this.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
not
with
going
you.
to sit here and watch this at all.
But I do get the effect it would have on you.
I don't doubt I don't doubt your claims at all. But I just don't know if you can allow people to start suing and winning and
Not if they told you up front what it was going to be.
yeah.
Now maybe like you're saying you sue to you're not going to get what you're asking for, but maybe you get YouTube pays for your therapy or something. I don't know how that stuff works.
Yep. An interesting little note, too, from Facebook. They say that they're going to be taking aggressive measures to, quote, restrict the circulation of content on their platform if the presidential election in November descends into chaos or violent civic unrest.
I don't see that happening.
They say they realize there is a range of outcomes that could happen, seeing what we've seen already in 2020.
And everybody is wound really tight on both
Oh, my
sides.
gosh.
And every outcome you come up with is going to be chaos. Every outcome you can come up with, I don't see how you're going to get people not fucking losing their minds.
There's no button you can push right now that doesn't, I even saw, today one of the viral stories is up in Neptune Beach near Jacksonville. There's a high school, and they did a tribute for a fallen police officer and brought out the flag. And they're like, no, you're not bringing out the police flag. That's controversial. That's something that outrages people. Because they were showing positivity for police. So, if that is controversial, where you do a tribute to a fallen officer and the school shuts that down.
I try to be a positive person, honestly. I really do. The election coming up is going to be interesting.
It would be nice to get it over with and get past it. And I pray for a better
I just want people to
day
keep
on
their
the other
shit
end.
together.
Yes, that's what we hope for. But it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. It feels like it's building and building to some kind of giant thing.
And
regardless of which side wins, I think there's going to be chaos from the loser.
And I don't want to be typical media. Everything's doom and gloom. Everything's fucked. Because not everything is fucked. But I don't see this going down.
People are so emotionally charged up.
No matter what the outcome is.
No matter what the outcome.
I mean, you said you had all these different kind of outcomes. I think every single outcome you could come up with, you're going to get some kind of chaos.
Yeah, that's just really it. That's why I'm just saying things that you're like, wow, that if I would have gone to sleep in 2012, and what was that? Was it Rumpelstiltskin? Remember that he falls asleep for like 100 years and wakes up? Could you imagine if you would have gone to sleep in like 2007 and you wake up in 2020? You're like, what the hell
coming
is
out of a
going
coma?
on? Yeah, what is going on? If I would have been like, okay, like if somebody's like, oh, whatever you do, don't put up a flag that supports police. I know you're trying to do a tribute for a fallen officer, but just don't do it. It could end really bad. I'd be like, what? Really? In 2020, that's what gets people crazed? Yeah, so the person at Facebook is saying that they will restrict the circulation of content. I imagine they will in some way. Now, the question that people are going to ask is, how did they restrict it? And did it favor one political leaning over another?
You know it's going to. And then there's going to be an uproar about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm tired.
you know what? I'll tell you what's going to be an interesting day is the day after the election, that Wednesday when
It's
we come
gonna be
into work.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it
be.
will. Yeah. Thank you, Michael, in the chat room. Rip Van Winkle. That's what I was thinking about. Rip Van Winkle was the
Okay.
guy. Yeah. But imagine being that cat and waking up in 2020.
You being the host of the show on a day like that's that Wednesday after, and you got to come in here, and you know there's going to probably be all kinds of. What goes through your mind on something like that?
Well, I mean, we're mainly here to entertain. I don't get it. I just think that I really do think that the social media and all these things, they just wound people up. People are so spun up that I don't feel the same way. I'm not wound tight on all these kind of things. I'm like, just let me hear your
I
opinion.
want to hear what everybody's got to say,
do.
and then I want to figure it out in my own head peacefully.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't want to yell at anybody about it because that's just not what's going to get anything accomplished.
Spoken like true Republicrats.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't get that wound tight about politics. I just don't.
Somebody got mad at me for that joke, the Republicrat joke. You can't make fun of politics like that. Like, fuck.
Why?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
People, yeah.
When you get mad at that, I mean, get mad because it's not funny, but don't get mad because it's
Right.
it's got political leanings. Because
I think it's funny.
The idea of it, Republic crack doesn't exist.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get past this. Tomorrow on the show, I think it'll be kind of funny. Apparently, they've got, the first debates are going to be coming up, and those will probably be entertaining.
Wait, is tomorrow Trump and Biden?
No, but tomorrow on the show, we're going to talk about, because I didn't get a chance to get to it today, but they came up with 6 debate topics that they're going to be going on. But what we're going to do is, of course, the goofy angle. If you could give Trump and Biden 6 debate topics,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
what would you make the 6 be? Because I'm looking at Supreme Court and COVID and economy and all that stuff. Nah,
No.
let's skip those.
Supreme nachos. Let's get into it.
Yeah. You get to change the agenda for the debates. What is on the agenda?
You guys trying to make fun of the Supreme Court. A lot of decisions fuck.
Yeah. So that's how we'll handle that.
Don't you dare compare the Supreme Court to a Taco Supreme.
Quick note, Jay Bird, a big fan of the WWE. I am a big fan of the Ohio State Buckeyes, so we both have something to grieve today. Road Warrior Animal has passed away at the age of 60. His name is Joseph Laurinaitis. He was in the tag team, the Road Warriors. Jay Bird loving the WWE. His son is James Laurinaitis, who is a Buckeye legend. And when he played, he still lives in Columbus. I was telling you, I got to see him a couple years ago, and he's a very nice guy. I took a photo with me when I was up there, but he still lives in Columbus, and he does some work on TV talking football. But when he played, there were a bunch of fans that wore shoulder pads, but they looked like the Road Warriors. And so they were notable around that time.
He had a brilliant mind for the business, the guy that passed away.
Yes.
Just a very beloved character, him and his partner, and wrestling lost a legend today.
Yeah. And like I said, if his son is any example of his father, he has a fantastic son. He's just a very good guy.
What was the guy's finishing move that died?
I was going to say, because I just feel like the After the Show podcast is a little disrespectful to give the finishing move. Can we please do this tomorrow? Do it the right way?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do it the right way tomorrow, Virginia.
What was it?
Let me just do it the right way. I have to look it up. I don't want to butcher it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called the fist.
Yeah. Sometimes
Anal.
there's a few. I think it's the Doomsday Device, but I don't know. Someone's gonna yell at me.
Okay,
That's
you
why
want to coordinate and practice
Yeah.
and get it right.
I don't want to say it wrong on the day he died, but you forced me, Virginia. Now I'm gonna have to fucking talk to.
You're so disrespectful, Bird. You claim to be a wrestling fan. You don't know shit.
Spoken like a typical Republicrat.
All right, so that's just some of what we got for you on the Thursday KVJ show. We'll see you back here then. Thanks for being with us today. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.